Hey, what's up? I'm Scott LaRock, welcoming you to the 2020 Crop Over Souvenir. Joining me to bring you all the sights, sounds, fun, and festivities is Allison.
Thanks, Scott. The Nation Publishing has been publishing the Crop Over Souvenir for many years. With no festival this year, we're going to present to you the 2020 Crop Over Souvenir, the digital series.
We're going to be chatting with the likes of Allison Hines, RPB, Edwin, and so many more as they tell us what Crop Over means to them.
Conducting the interviews for this year's Crop Over Souvenir is the nation's very own Andrea King.
It really is an honor to sit between these two towering monarchs, the mighty Gabby, Dr. Anthony Carter, and Stedson, Red Plastic by Wiltshire, Cultural Ambassador of Barbados.
Yesterday and on Thursday, they were each featured on separate interviews talking about the evolution of the music over the past 3 decades and what changes they would make to the festival. Today, the Kaiso Masters underscore the economic importance of the annual event.
Crop Over is not just a festival or not just a summer festival. It's an integral part of the Barbadian psyche for many years now. You tell a Barbadian or told a Barbadian that he would not have a Crop Over festival in 2020. So you had told him that 3 or 4 years ago. He would just look at you and laugh and say, well, you're making me a sport. Because he could not envisage that, or he couldn't see how he's going to live without that. But it has happened due to this COVID-19 pandemic. And we miss it. We just miss it. Even if we are not competing like me and Stedson did for so many years, we miss it. We miss the atmosphere. We miss the spring garden. We miss the stadium. We miss Kensington Oval. We miss the Junior Monarch. You know, we miss the smell of them fish cakes. You know, seeing them snow cone vendors, seeing the guys, you know, reveling and the girls looking so nice and everything on the street. We just miss it. And I hope that this is really just temporary, that next year we can resume Crop Over because it means so much to us. It is a time of love, it's a time of finance seem to go up a bit. In terms of the coffers, I think they said $60 million every year is generated due to the festival. Sometimes some people say 70, 80, 90 million, but it is seeing family that sometimes we're seeing in 3, 4, 5, 6 years coming in from the United States or Canada or England or even another Caribbean country or some part of Europe. It is so much different things. It's that music, that vibration, you know, that constant thing that makes you want to dance or make you reminisce about a time that you had, like me and Steady had for so many years. It is that. It is Barbados. It is us. And it is something that I hope will resume as early as next year.
Yeah, Crop Over is a time that is very important to Barbados and Barbadians. It's a time for cultural expression. It's a time when we get lots of music. We see a lot of the culture on display. And most of all, it provides an opportunity for, it's an outlet. You know, you have a rough year and you've been going, and then you have Crop Over and it allows you to breathe. It allows you to have a bit of excitement. It allows you to express yourself in a way where you can just let your hair down, especially in my case. But what I like about Crop Over is that it allows the ordinary man to earn as well. The vendors especially, who are able to earn a living from Crop Over. And now that there's no Crop Over in 2020, it is going to be a really, really big blow to the average man who is not going to be able to earn. Because Crop Over generates over 80 million, I've been told, in the Barbados economy. It does a lot for tourism. It comes at a time when the winter season would have already passed. And then we have the summer festival, the sweetest summer festival that brings in lots of revenue to Barbados. And to me, it is a festival that is extremely important to the overall development of Barbados. I hope that very soon we can get back to having our Crop Over Festival.
Last year, the National Cultural Foundation brought the rule of singing only one song in the calypso competition. The calypso community is divided on what that will do for the art form. Gabby and Red Plastic Bag differ in their view. Gabby makes the point that whatever decision is made in the future, young people have to be encouraged to write for calypso.
Everybody is asking if you think the one song would harm or if it would hurt the competition or the overall crop over. My answer to that is this. In our day, and Stedson and I had to do just a one song, I think we will increase the amount of titles much further because we won't go worry our heads about the second song at all. Right? So whatever amount that we would have won, we probably would have won just as many in additionally, right? You look at someone like Classic. Classic always used to have a good one song. Always. So when you put it down to one song, you went straight in Classic's pocket because he's able now to know that he don't have to worry about that next song. And it proved it, right? Somebody like Ian Webster. For a long time to come, a Classic and an Ian Webster is going to be hard to beat in that competition because they're great at creating that situation in that one song that, you know, that causes that crowd to lift. But you got to watch the juniors. Stedson and I, again, we work hard with the juniors over the years. A lot of people don't know that. They keep talking about how much crowns he won, how much he won. That's not neither here or there. They have not counted the songs that we wrote for other people over the years. That's the most important part for me. And when those youngsters come in the Junior Monarch, some of them starting to write their own songs or at least helping out in the construction of some of these songs. That's an important factor, that we have to encourage them to become writers themselves. And they would take it to the wherever is the new avenue or the new place, new direction that they believe that it should go. But we also have to be there to guide them along. So I believe that in the not too distant future, that you're going to see emerge at least 2 or 3 really outstanding youngsters. I don't necessarily have to be a male. It might be all females, or it might be a mixture of the two. But for what I have seen so far, those youngsters are going to come, and it wouldn't just be like just the party music. Somebody like a Bit, he will emerge once he wants to do it, because he's a natural. And I'm sure there are many other bits out there we haven't unearthed them yet, you know. So I would say that the future seemingly is in good hands, but we have to wait and see, and we have to give it our best shot in terms of veterans like him, like Stedson, veterans like the same. Ian Webster is now a veteran, Classic, you know, Serenader, Mikey, whoever, Lil Rick, you know, let all these people make a contribution, and they have been making contributions to the youngsters. So I have no doubt that it will keep going from strength to strength, and that we will have a great festival whenever it resumes.
I can understand the reasoning behind the one song. I understand from a financial viewpoint, you may want to condense the show in that way, but my concern is that it may have an impact on calypso tents if a person is doing one song and knows that they have just one song to do in a calypso competition. They're not going to pay to do 2 calypsos in a calypso tent. So then calypso tents may have to employ more calypsonians to make up the numbers in the tents, and it may be difficult in terms of at the end of the day, in terms of the economics of it, it may be difficult. I also fear that it may reduce the amount of social commentary. I think social commentary is crucial to calypso. Everywhere you look around the place, there's a calypso. and it has to come out. And I think the calypsonian is a historian, the calypsonian is the voice of the people, the calypsonian is the mirror of society. So if we have less social commentary, I think that it may not be good for calypso.
With over 25 crowns in the calypso and road march competitions between them, both Gabby and Red Plastic Bag have the winning formula down pat. They will say though that there is no winning formula. It's just about making music that can last.
I don't know that there's a winning formula. What we do, we make songs. We always enjoy the rivalry. We go on stage, we give it our best shot. At the end of the day, what the judges do, in any case, I think is subjective. And I think that the best thing to do is to do the best you can with your song. Enjoy it as much as you can, because at the end of the day, victory for me is when I conceptualize a song, record a song, put it out there, and people are enjoying it, and people feel as if I am speaking for them. To me, that is the real victory of any artist, to be able to do music that can resonate with people.
Again, I endorse what Stedson said. It's not about this thing. People like to say how much crowns you won, how much you lost, how much of this. That's for the audience or for the spectators or the fans. For me, making music that lasts a long, long time is the important factor. You know how proud I feel when I hear Stedson with a song that he wrote 20 or 25 years ago and it still feels fresh. Or Griner, or Rasaili, or, you know, any of our artists. You know, a song that has more than 2 decades on it. That's important, you know. And I believe that this thing about the formula, I don't know what is the formula. I know about writing songs, how you feel. I am a quick writer. So I am yet to have a song that would take me more than 2 hours to write. I write fast, right? And it is what you feel, the emotion you get it out of that thing when you're composing it. And like Stedson said, watching that audience react to you. You know, you might see them in the tent first, and you're hearing the build up, and there's some kind of airplay and stuff. I didn't get too much airplay in my time because I always came and tried to bring a song. Stedson used to tell me as a madman, how can I bring a song the same night or the week before or something like that. But I used to enjoy that aspect of it. But the thing about it is to see the people react to it. And you say, and you go home and you say, wow, you know, I actually wrote that, and they actually respond to it. That's fantastic. And that becomes a habit that they're constantly responding to what you do, and they're looking forward. Or you just finished, you know, the crop over ended in August or whatever, and somebody meets you 2 weeks later and says, man, I hope you got something good for my next year, you know. So it is that kind of thing, you know. And for me, the writing is more enjoyable than the singing, because it's more challenging. You have to create first, and then you have to put it there and hope that the people like it. Sometimes they don't like it the same night. I've been in the tent to see Stedson, and a couple of people clapping out, but it's not that they're not enjoying it. You know, they're trying to yes, and put it in, and the next week they're hollering for murder to the same song, you know. So that is, to me, the thing, to write at the highest level you can and encourage others and write for as many people as you can so that we can help other people too.
Keep watching the 2020 Crop Over Souvenir, the digital series, as we talk to some of the men and women who have made the festival what it is today.